It's just crazy rereading both these series at the same time. The best thing I've ever done. Well, it just keeps going up. Then I may just have to like quit reading. I'm catching up to my wrinkles. No, you're not. It's staying the same. Am I gonna love this man? I think I might. A Harry Potter reread for the first time in 10 years. Hello sweet besties and welcome back. This is going to be a really exciting video because I actually did this last year and I absolutely loved it. So we're bringing it back. We're doing catching up to my reading goal because somehow I fell 4 books behind schedule. So we need to fix that because normally in the summer it's when I read the most, but July was a little bit of a not my best reading month. So we need to catch up. Stick around, see how far I caught up, if I caught up, you know what I mean? Okay. It is time for the first book in this video, and that is The Perfect Couple by Elin Hilderbrand. I picked this up at half price the other day because I went in specifically looking for one of her books. I've just been in that type of mood, I guess. So I'm like 40 pages in so far. I'm slightly still confused on who is who because you're just getting so many different names and like people introduced to you. But I'm really interested. It's like a murder mystery at a wedding on Nantucket. That is the first one, and we are starting 4 books behind schedule on the reading journal. The goal is on track, so I need to finish this tomorrow. And I read 2 books this month, so that is how my reading's been going lately. So I'm gonna try. I do have Spotify hours right now. Crazy statement because that never happens because they just renewed like 2 days ago. So gonna listen for a bit. I also did place a hold for it on Libby and I'm the first in line, so I'm hoping I can get that maybe tonight or tomorrow so I don't have to use all my Spotify hours. I don't really have anything to say about it yet because I still like don't know who's who, but I'm definitely interested in it. And then I can watch the show after. Okay. I don't think this book is like technically just mystery. It's like I found it in the general fiction section at half price anyway. But one thing I love about mystery thriller books is when there's just like random subtle reveals and you're not expecting it at all. Like nothing has hinted at this and we just got a little bit of lore about someone, and I don't know if it means what it says because I literally just read the first sentence that says it and I'm talking. But I think I'm really gonna like Elin Hilderbrand's writing style then if she keeps doing these just like random reveals. I'm still slightly confused about who's who because there's just so many people, but I think I'm starting to get it more, and now we are I think 2 years in the past, so that's gonna be interesting too, just learning more about the characters and building up to the murder mystery. So I'm low-key eating up. I feel like I'm definitely just kind of getting over a slump, so it's just like hard for me to sit down and read for a long time, but I'm gonna force myself to because we're 4 books behind the reading goal and that is not good. That stresses me out. Just little crumbs. I don't know why my lens does. I'm just gonna not talk, I guess. Okay, these are on top of my book and it sparked a tangent, so I'm sorry in advance. My Target was out of cherry berry ropes, so I had to cheat on Joyride. I also got these to try because I like the Sour Patch ones. The thing with me is I'm picky with my watermelon flavors. Watermelon gum, I will gag at the smell of. I can't do it. This, I don't know if I can do it also. I tried one. I had one. There was something like hard in it. Like I thought I lost a tooth. I was confused and I don't even know what it was. It was weird. So if anyone wants this, come get it. Book update. Miss Girl picks the longest freaking books for this, of course. I'm like 90 pages in. I'm gonna listen for a bit and clean my room because it's a disaster. But I'm really liking it. I think I like know for sure who is who, so I'm glad about that. I'm so hooked, and I feel like we keep just getting little tidbits, especially this last chapter. I'm like, ooh, you know? So, yeah, I'm gonna listen for a bit. Hello sweet besties, I do have a book update. So I've listened for like an hour and a half so far and I'm so invested. I'm really liking the audiobook too. Okay, I'm somewhere around 200 pages in and so far I'm really liking it. I have absolutely no theories on who done it. There's some characters that are just like plain sus, but I don't necessarily think they did it. Yeah, I'm really liking it. It's really fast paced. I mean, I feel like we haven't learned a ton and we're still getting the like initial police interviews, but I'm I'm really liking it because we're getting just so many different timelines like throughout many years, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm so hooked to see who did it, and I cannot wait to watch this show. I mean, it's not like I doubted Ellen Hilderbrand because she's just such an established famous author, but I just didn't know if her books would be necessarily for me because they kind of give like a, I don't know, like a different vibe than the books I normally read, but I'm loving it like so much. I feel like I can picture the setting and the characters so amazingly, so that also makes me even more excited to watch the show. So yeah, it's going great. I'm loving it. I've been saying for literal years now that I want to get like a kiddie pool for the summer, and today is really making me rethink the fact that I didn't do it for a third year. This guy is like so hypocritical. That's so embarrassing. See, like, when we first got the hint that this was going on, it was just like, it seemed kind of less intense, but now with this chapter, it's like full on intense, and like we had no clue, like there was no hints. It just, then this chapter came and we were just like, is it too hot for you out here? Or are you okay under here? You okay under here? Oh, hi. I'm gonna go buy a pool. He walks into the bar. He locks eyes with a man. Then he realizes with horror that the man is his son. Shouldn't you realize that the second the little snippets. Okay guys, I just came in from my pool day and I am on page 238, and again another one of those like little reveals dropped, which is so interesting, seeing a character perceived from one perspective and then you get to another perspective that's like maybe a different time and then they're just like a completely different person. So it's like making this extra hard to guess like who done it. So I really have no clue. Like one chapter I'll be like, and the next will be like, I'm obsessed. I really want to get far into it today. Let's make it in. Did I update about the perfect couple? I really can't remember if I talked about this. I finished The Perfect Couple and now we are 3 books behind schedule, but I do have a feeling this is gonna go back up to 4 because I don't plan on finishing another book for like a day or 2. We'll see. But I have started One Golden Summer, which Carly Fortune and I have a rocky relationship. So I read Every Summer After, did not love it. And then I skipped Meet Me at the Lake because I just didn't hear like a single good thing about that book, honestly. And then I read her third one, also didn't love it. But this one I have heard nothing but incredible things about. I was at like a market event and I had the book there. I read like 1 page and I had it sitting and literally like 3 different people told me they loved this book and that it was amazing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna believe you on this one. So starting with this, and this book, seeing it this close up in person, I didn't realize how beautiful it is, but like actually stunning. Oh my god, I didn't. And guess what else I started? A Harry Potter reread for the first time in 10 years, which is that completely separate. But if that does help me meet my goal, we'll just leave it at that. And I started it on Kindle because apparently the whole series is Kindle Unlimited. Also, did get a new Kindle case today, so I'm really motivated to read on my Kindle, but I don't have this on Kindle. I did read the sample on Kindle, but now we're going physical. Really would love to get a lot of this done today because I really have a feeling the goal is going to go back up to 4 behind, which I really kind of want to read Harry Potter though, but I need to read this now while I'm inspired to, otherwise I won't read it. Guys, I'm gonna be so honest. I'm on page 20, chapter 29, page 197, and I'm low-key getting bored. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, I just feel like not a lot's happened, and I feel like their romance is just kind of, it's slightly too lusty for me. I don't know. I think I'm still gonna push through and finish it because I am curious to see like what happens with them when they're not at the lake, and I am interested in, I almost said Percy, Alice's like photography career and that type of stuff. So I'm gonna keep going, but I am definitely losing interest, and also I feel like I have to finish it since I'm so behind in my reading goal. I can't just read 60% of a book and then abandon it. Like, we gotta keep moving. I do still have Spotify hours, so I could listen some more, but we'll see. Clearly I just woke up, but I thought I'd do a book update while I'm just sitting here waiting to pick someone up. But I am almost 50% now. I listened for a couple of hours yesterday, and so far it's going good. I'm enjoying it. I'm not like super obsessed. I thought I was gonna absolutely love this book, which it's going good, but I'm just like enjoying it, you know? I'm liking the summer vibes, even though it's rainy today. I feel like maybe it'll transport me out of this. Like, I'm wearing my new yellow merch from Emmy. So this is after every summer after, and the characters from that book now are also in this one, so definitely like read it before. I don't remember like anything about that book other than like kind of how we got to where we are now, but I don't remember any details. But yeah, it's going good. I looked at my reading goal and I am 4 books behind again, so I really need to finish this today, and then I need to like binge a Heartstopper book or something because that's not good. We are making no progress on the reading goal. It just keeps going up. Hopefully can finish this today and maybe like another book by tomorrow, because we're kind of screwed if I don't. And this is a book that like I keep bringing it with me everywhere, even if I don't have time to read, which like that's a good sign. Okay, I literally don't have anything to say. Like, this book is just fine. This is how I feel about like 99% of the romance books I read. I did really have high expectations for this one, so I'm like, I don't know, should I have? Because I did not really love her other 2 books I've read, but like everyone has been hyping this up. I'm on page 236, and what's interesting to me is there's still, so at the start of most of the chapters it says how many days she's at the lake for, and it says 37 days left, and that's like a lot for like 140 pages left in the book, because something I'm really interested in is seeing where they go after the lake, you know what I mean? Because like obviously it's like a summer and they're kind of like taking the summer off at the lake. I feel like it'd be hitting harder if it was more summery out, because it was rainy all day today and that's when I've read most of it. But personally, I'm not mad that the temperature's below 80 right now in real life. So. But there's also something we're like waiting for them to talk about or like to be revealed, so I'm interested how that's gonna go about, because I kind of feel like soon, or maybe even like in this chapter. My instincts with romance books like this, I don't know, it was just right. What I was talking about in the last clip, literally I finished that chapter. It was only like 3 pages long. Next chapter, one of the first lines. Time to finish the book. I think I have like 20 or 30 pages left, and we're deep into the 3rd act breakup, but this one, it like, I get it easily, and I definitely predicted that something like this was going on behind the scenes. I'm really starting to enjoy this now. I'm a little like, we gotta get moving though, because I have like 20 pages left and we're still nowhere near where I think we should be. Okay, I just marked the book as, I almost said sold, as read, and we are 3 books behind now at 54 out of 100. I have been listening to Assassin's Blade just like over the last month on Audible, so like that's an option too, because I'm like 50% in. I do have a long car ride tomorrow, so like maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm in the mood to start now. I really don't know, because I think I'm still slightly slumping, but I do think I'm gonna go to Barnes later tonight and just like be around books, so because I'm gonna be in the area, so like why not? So maybe something will jump out me then, but like I'm not gonna buy it, you know what I mean? Like shop my physical TBR, but like in the store. Okay guys, I'm about to start the next book. It is like 10 o'clock right now, which crazy I'm still up, but it is The Bright Years. Sarah's literally reading this like right now, and I've seen her Goodreads updates and they are like, she's loving it. And I read the premise and it's like family drama vibes, whatever. So I'm gonna read the sample on Kindle, and I think it's like $5.99 on Kindle. So if I like the sample, I'll buy it. That is what I'm gonna start now, and hopefully I like the book. I did go to Barnes. Nothing really sparked my interest there. I just picked up a gift for my friend's birthday. I was intrigued when I looked up this one, so let's get to it. I don't know what page I'm on, but it's probably like page 5. But I feel already so sucked into the story because so far we've gotten 2 different timelines. It was like 1950 something, and now we're in 79, I think. The first timeline was the 50s one, and it just plopped you right into the story. Like no character description, no getting to know them, just like straight into the story. And I feel so invested. Like I'm so hooked with the writing, everything. So it says I'm 32% through the sample. I never know like how long samples actually are, but if I keep liking it and buy the book, we'll see. I'm holding y'all up with my neato. Oh yeah, in this now there's a border collie dog, which Zeus is a border collie mix, so if you get what I'm saying, I love that. There's a quote I really want to read, but it's not like super spoilery, but there are 2 kinds of grief at Awake: grieving the loss of what was and grieving the loss of what wasn't. Very true. I mean, you can do both too. Guys, we have a problem. I am 50% through this book, and last night it got absolutely crazy. I had to stop reading though because I was going to bed, but today I'm for sure finishing it because what I saw this morning, somehow I'm back at 4 books behind my goal. I'm confused, but also just annoyed because literally we've just made no progress. So I feel like, honestly, I'm gonna have to read the last 2 Heartstopper books because then we'll be 1 book behind. If I can finish this today, read a Heartstopper book today, and then read a Heartstopper book tomorrow, we'll be 1 behind. This is just so annoying. But as for the book, as I said last night, I was absolutely shook at what happened. And one thing I was a little disappointed is obviously that happened, and I feel like it wasn't explained super well, which is interesting, but maybe also it could be explained more in the future. So I think I have like 130 pages left because I think it's like 170 or so, so I'm gonna force myself to finish this now because if I don't, the reading goal is just canceled. Just cancel it, you know. Gonna keep doing this because now also I cannot not finish this book because of what happened last night. It got crazy. So let's do that and hopefully get to 3 books behind schedule today. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna cry like for the rest of this book. Oh goodness. I'm 66% now. Okay, this book is set, well right now we're in 2009, but it did start like all the way at like 1959, and there's just been so many things that have been mentioned, like Coldplay, Buc-ee's, Chick-fil-A, stuff like that I'm like, I don't know if that was as popular then, but it was definitely still around. Like I just looked up when Buc-ee's was founded because I'm like, she is not stopping at a Buc-ee's right now. Like that was a thing then, but apparently it was. But I feel like now it's just more popular, so it's interesting to see. Like I feel like it's kind of making me feel like we're in like the present time versus the early 2000s, but this stuff was still there, so whatever. But still feel like I could sob at any point over this. I'm about to cry again, but it's like happy. Okay, I think I have 30-ish pages left, and we just got to part 3, which is a new perspective, and this one, it's gonna be interesting. We'll leave it at that. I think I officially have like 30-ish pages left, and it's time to finish the book. I found it this year finally, Witch's Brew, so it's time to lock in. I'm like scared though to read this POV because it's gonna be so different and just more emotional than the other ones, and just I don't know. Guys, this is getting really sad. Guys, I finished it. I think litfic is like my favorite thing ever, like just fiction books or historical fiction. Every one I've read has been so good. Look up trigger warnings, and if you want like a short, fast-paced, sad book with lots of deep themes and topics being covered, read this one. But if you're not really into like character driven books, don't read this. I love a character driven book, especially this one. It was really good. It was, I think, exactly what I needed because I wasn't sure what I was in the mood for, but this is like a story I could connect to, and just, I don't know, I really liked it. I think honestly 4.5. It was so close to a 5-star in the sense that I was thinking about it when I wasn't reading, thinking about the characters, and there's just so many deep topics talked about in this one, which I love reading, like a sad, deep book. So look up trigger warnings if you're gonna read this. Heavy talks about multiple different triggers, so definitely look that up. But yeah, I think I'm gonna upload my footage of this and import it and all that, and then I might continue Harry Potter because I feel like I want something kind of light now. I should check to make sure because this whole video I'm like, oh my god, I'm catching up to my wrinkle. No, you're not. It's staying the same. Let's see if we're for sure 3 books behind now. Yep, we are 3 books behind at 55 out of 100. I wish it showed like what days I need to like finish a book by to not be 4 books behind. I think if I can finish maybe even Harry Potter and Heartstopper in the next 2 or 3 days will be good. Like, I'm fine with 1 book behind, but 4? No. That's the game plan. This video is a lot longer than I expected it to be. Okay, I don't have like a big update or anything, but I am on page 31. I am 10% through the first Harry Potter, and so far I feel like I kind of didn't have many expectations going into this. Like, obviously I love it and like this is part of my childhood and I've watched the movies millions of times, but I didn't know really how I would be rereading it because I haven't in like 10 years. I was a little worried it'd be like slightly like obvious that it was for younger people, but honestly so far it's reading completely fine. Like, I haven't been like, oh my god, that's like cringy or that's like for 10-year-olds, you know. It's going great, and it's just really taking me back and kind of making me feel nostalgic and just like so happy to be rereading this. And it's just such like a fall vibe series. I mean, it's literally August 3rd, but I don't care. I'm so excited to keep going. That's really all I have to say so far. I had to take my case off to charge my Kindle, and like, this thing is so light. I never remember what it's like without the case. Also, I forget it's pink. It is like so light. Like, how does this thing have entire Harry Potter series on it right now? On that note, I'm 20% out and I'm gonna keep going. It is time for the update on these 2 books I've been reading. I'm like 75% through both of them, so I'm really hoping I can finish both today because somehow we are back to being 4 books behind my goal. I literally don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I think it's time we actually do nothing except for read, because I have to finish these 2 books and then another one by like tomorrow, or this video is never gonna end. That's what's going on. I'm absolutely loving both of these, but they are gonna be like in videos eventually, hopefully. So yeah, it's just crazy rereading both these series at the same time. But I do think I'm gonna venture to get the physical copies of Harry Potter, like a box set or something, because this copy I have, it's seen some shit. It's old as hell and it's low-key kind of grossing me out. So that's the quick little update. Okay, I'm about to do my nails. I have, it says, an hour and 47 minutes left of Assassin's Blade, and I'm on 1.4, which normally I'm like 1.65, very specific, I know, but lately I just can't listen like that fast, which I feel like it's partly because my brain's just going crazy right now, but I don't know, it's really weird. Like, I tried to speed it up a bit and I'm like, oh, I can't do it. I'm gonna do these nails now and listen for like maybe like 20 minutes, I don't know. Okay, I have literally just an hour left of Assassin's Blade, and I read this like 2 years ago for the first time, so I remember absolutely nothing. Like, I don't remember this scene at all. I'm so scared, but so intrigued. It's time! It was so good again, of course, because like, was there a question? Update my Goodreads goal because I need some motivation. And then honestly, I think I'm going to try and finish Harry Potter soon too, because I have like 100-ish pages left, so I'm gonna do that. Let's mark this as red. Boom. Now we should be 3 done, 3 behind. So if I can finish Harry Potter today, we'll be 2 behind. And then I think that's good. I'll definitely try and get to 1 behind, and then I'm good with that. Let's update. Loved this. I'm not going to say too much more because hopefully I will have a full Throne of Glass rereading vlog out eventually, but I loved it. Obviously, I love starting with this too and just knowing everything. I do kind of wonder what it is like to start with it third though. I don't know, but I do like starting with it first because I just feel like, especially with Throne of Glass, like it just makes so much more sense with the build-up of it, you know what I mean? I'm glad I started with this, of course, and I am going to finish Harry Potter tonight too, hopefully. Guys, I love this book so much. These characters just, they're everything. This reread, best thing ever. I definitely have tried to do this before, but it wasn't the right time, and now it's like so the right time. Anyways, I have like 5 pages left, and then we're gonna mark it as read, and then maybe even start a new book tonight. Maybe I'll want to go into the second Harry Potter though. Who knows? Okay guys, let's mark it as read. Oh, Goodreads beat me to it. I hate when they do that. Or Kindle. 5 stars. 5 stars. I think, actually, I'll talk to you guys in a bit about what I'm gonna read. I'm gonna go for a walk, touch some grass, and then we'll be good. First, let me check that I'm for sure 2 books behind schedule now. Okay, 2 books behind schedule. We're back. Now I just got to finish 1 more in the next couple days, and I think we'll be good. Alright, next up. I did get this on Libby, so I probably won't read it physically too much because the font is low-key really small. I'm gonna read like the first chapter tonight, see how it goes. Maybe I'll get sucked in. Oh my god, this font is so small. Okay, maybe I just haven't read a real book in a while. Literally, hence this video. I read a chapter of this last night and I just could not stop thinking about the Harry Potter series, but I kind of want to like, I was really in the mood for this though, so I might read both still. I don't know, but I am 55 pages into the second Harry Potter now. I've been listening for a bit. That's my update. I'm gonna keep going. I think I'm gonna finish this Harry Potter chapter and then switch over to this because I feel like I'm so in the mood for it and I want to give it a chance since I've had it for 2 years. Gonna get back to this. Hopefully I'll finish one of these, maybe probably Harry Potter in the next couple days because I did get the audiobook from the Hoopla app because nowhere else it was available. Not even on Spotify, and then I didn't want to pay for it, obviously, and it was free on Hoopla, so. Now we hope Zeus does not knock this over. Wait, I want to take a picture. Come up here and give me a cuddle. Oh, you're being sweetie pie. The chapters in this book are so long, which I was really liking the long chapters in Harry Potter because obviously like it's just so fast paced, but this is a little like, I'm good, but I'm enjoying this so far. Nothing's really happened. We're just learning more about the characters. I am like 10% through the book now, and it's like Second Chance, I think. It's like Witchy Second Chance, small like Gilmore Girls town, and they just saw each other for the first time in 10 years, and he actually addressed what happened and is apologizing. I'm like, that never happens in Second Chance books. Like, they just ignore it. This is kind of cool. I'm liking it. Am I gonna love this man? I think I might. Just me checking to make sure I'm still 2 books behind schedule, because if it went back again, okay, we're good. Still 2 books. I just hope I can finish a book before it goes back again, because I'm gonna be so upset if that happens and I may just have to like quit reading, you know? Should I check if I'm still 2 books? If I'm not, we're gonna have to just end this, honestly. But I am almost 50% through. I literally have to finish it today. 2 books, okay. We might be good, okay. So yeah, I have to finish this today, because if it goes up to 3, I'm gonna have to stop. Like, how? Gonna binge this audio and physically now. Don't look at me that closely, but I have 40 pages left exactly, and I'm hoping to finish it tonight. It's like 10:15 though, but I feel I can't stop now, you know what I mean? Guys, I just finished the book. We can mark it as read and be hopefully finally 1 book behind schedule. Oh, we did it. We freaking did it, guys. Thank God. I love Harry Potter. Okay guys, let's do a quick little wrap up of everything I read. And so I finished with one book behind schedule, which I am fine with. I am totally good with that because it took a lot to get to that point, because as you guys saw, I just kept going back and forth to 3 books behind, 4 books behind, whatever. So the first book I finished was The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hilderbrand. This was my first Ellen Hilderbrand book and I really enjoyed this. I loved the like murder mystery aspect of this so much. I thought it was such a good time, and I really also just liked the side plots going on, and I really felt connected to these characters and thought that it felt like such a real story. I loved it. I gave it 4 stars. And at first I talked about this a bit, how I was kind of confused about like who was who, but I felt great at the end of this. I feel so connected to the characters and like I knew everyone so well, even though it was like a relatively shorter book for getting so many different characters' perspectives on something. And then I finished One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune, another 4-star. This was just a quick, short, beachy romance summer book. I really liked the lake setting. I don't know, I just like kind of the lake feeling. It's like very cozy and homey. I really haven't loved Carly Fortune's books in the past, but this one was good. I feel like maybe because it was technically like the second one to Every Summer After, I knew like the world kind of and some of the side characters. One thing that really stood out to me though was the 3rd act breakup. I thought it was done really well and really like kind of believable, where sometimes they're just like breaking up for the stupidest reason, but this one actually was fine. And then I finished The Bright Years on Kindle. I gave this one originally 4.5, but I feel like anytime a book makes me feel super emotional or like cry, I instantly think it's like a 5-star. But this one I really haven't thought about since finishing it, so I think I'm gonna lower it to a 4-star because I did really enjoy it, and this was one of those books that I just could not stop thinking about it when I finished it. Absolutely love this one. Such a good, short, quick, character-driven story, but even though it's super short, you're still super connected to the characters and able to get connected to the story and all that. Another 4-star read, which is kind of incredible. And then I finished The Assassin's Blade, which this is obviously a reread. I'm not gonna rate this since it is a reread. I think my original rating was 4 stars and like that's fine. I really liked getting back into this world, and I feel like this was kind of the perfect way to do it. Getting back connected to Selena and ready and hooked to read the story. I had a great time. I completely listened to this. I've been listening to it for about a month or 2 now, and I really like doing that, especially because it's like different stories, you know what I mean? I had a blast with this, of course, so stay tuned for the eventual Throne of Glass rereading vlog. And speaking of rereading vlogs, I finished, we have the 1st and the 2nd Harry Potter books. This seriously is becoming the best thing I've ever done rereading these. I have never been so excited to read than I am reading these, and it's getting me so into the fall spirit because this series is just so like fall and wintry. Like literally so far in the 1st and 2nd book we've got Halloween and then Christmas. Well, obviously because they go back to school, and then it's August, whatever, September. 5 stars for all of the Harry Potter books. This is such a fun time to reread. I won't like go into detail because sneak peek, I am filming an entire rereading vlog, which is full spoilers, so stay tuned for that because that is going to be, I think, one of my favorite videos ever. That is the final books I finished. And then I did start this. I only got like 30 pages in. So far it's going fine. I feel like it's really hard to pick up other books right now because I'm just so in the mood to finish the Harry Potter series, but I feel like I do need to space it out a bit because I'm just going to give myself a massive slump when I finish if I don't. So I'm hoping to finish this soon. That is the final update. I did just look at my Goodreads. It has been a couple days since I've had time to read and have finished the 2nd Harry Potter, but I'm back to 2 books behind schedule. So maybe there will be a part 3 to this because I don't know what's going on. I think Goodreads is wrong or something. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.